Okay, so you wanted to see how that hay rake works. This is what we call bird grass, which is a mixture of switch and big blue and Indian grass. Some bullshit that the government has come up with that's supposed to save butterflies and the dying unicorn. So it's thicker than hell. I mean, this stuff, I've got footage of mowing it with the John Deere. I don't know what happened to it, but it's got to be there someplace. Y'all want to see some monster windrows and what a John Deere mower can do? Check this shit out. This is actually mowed. This is mowed. He's crawling with it, which kind of surprises me, but we're leaving a lot of stubble, 6 to 8 inches of stubble, because that's what warm season grasses need. And yeah, I'm rather surprised. I think he's going slow because of the ruts. Last year when we made this, it was kind of wet, but even after this is cut, it's like a mile high. I don't know what he's thinking. He's probably on the phone now. I don't know what he's doing, but I gotta make an adjustment on that thing. He could go a lot faster than that, I know. I'm actually going to adjust the flails. But this H&S Action Rake rakes this shit right up. I gotta go slow too. I never go 3 miles an hour, but I'm going 3 miles an hour. He's usually flying through this stuff, but today he's in slow motion. He's just flipping it up, tidying it up, getting the wet off the ground. It'll feed better this way. Because what we had was a broken pickup, and I mean, he's only crawling. This field is rough to begin with, but he's just crawling, trying to get it laid up nice. And anyway, when I broke the pickup, we had 2 inches of rain. And 2 inches of rain on top of this bird grass creates an unimaginable mess. It just does. There's nothing nice about it. It turns into a swampy, nasty, damp crap. It won't slide on the stack wagon. It barely feeds into the balers. You can see that plastic mat underneath there. You got to drag that so that the hay doesn't roll up and clod into a mess on you. Yeah, because if it doesn't, I mean, this stuff is just incredibly heavy. I got 2 bales in this little pass on this little 5-acre field. 2 bales in one pass, and it'll do it again. It'll be a bale and a half, and then 2 bales down there. So it's about a bale and a half every pass. Just to, I mean, look at the size of that windrow. I don't know how he got it out of the rake, but that's what it does. It lays and gets black like that, which is okay for the mushroom barn. I mean, they're more than happy to take it, you know. It's good. What that does, that black is actually a good thing, because that means that the wax is coming off the plant. And if it's done here in the field, then it's not done at the mushroom barn, and it makes for a more let's see, it makes for a better compost. It composts better, stays in the, you know, the bed doesn't deteriorate like you would think it would. If it was like, say, orchard grass or timothy, because, you know, if you get that wax, a heavy wax on there, and when it does come off, it all of a sudden deteriorates, you know, and then breaks down faster than normal, whereas, yeah, I don't know, this bird grass seems to be pretty good. I haven't had any complaints about it yet. Big blue, Indian, and switch. The majority is big blue. The least amount in here is actually the Indian grass, but I don't even see Indian grass. And there was stuff called partridge pea, which is a legume, and what that is a fertilizer for it. It creates nitrogen to grow this crop. Well, someone somewhere along the line, i.e. me or Dad, threw 2,4-D in the sprayer and killed off not all of it, but a good bit of the partridge pea. And that was for the birds to eat and spread around and create a mess, you know, like an invasive. But it is still here. It's actually coming back, and that is an annual. But it reseeds itself and does what it's supposed to do. Yeah, so there goes a bale off the back. Been doing really well with the baler. Baler's really good. Seems the pickup is, I just broke a tire, popped the tire on the one side, and I ended up robbing it from the tedder to get, you know, to keep me going. And well, if you've seen my Instagram account, then you'll know that something happened to the baler. Yeah, and you can see right there, 1, 2 bales, 1 bale there, 1, 2 bales. But anyways, on my Instagram account, I just snapped a photograph of the tire laying on the ground. And, you know, no big deal. But check that out, One Lonely Farmer on Instagram. There's a lot of photos on there, like 400 or 500 of them. And you can just thumb your way through that, and, you know, just like you do on YouTube. But anyway, yeah, Action Rake is probably the best rake I've ever used. Actually, I know it is. That thing is just, it's light. You can turn on a dime. You don't pinch the tongue against the tractor tire when you make a sharp turn like he just did, if you saw what he just did. Cheap. Those wheels are about $1.25 each, and you know, and there's 12 of them on there, and so far we haven't even broke a tine on it. You can go as fast as you want. You can rake as much as you want to rake with it. It's just an unbelievable hay rake. And I know you guys in Europe, Ireland, Scotland, and wherever else in the world that say that those rakes left 20 years ago and you all went to rotary rakes. Well, those rotary rakes, they don't have a place on my farm, I'll tell you that right now. Those things, I have heard nothing but disastrous nightmares from them, especially when you get into rough ground. You'll break the arms off, the cam bearings go bad on them. Whereas those things there, I paid $7,150 for that thing. It has $1,200 and I'd say $1,500 worth of wheels on it. And if those teeth do decide that they're going to start snapping, $1,500 got a new set of wheels on it. Boom, done, going again. Another 10,000, 20,000 acres, you know? It really works well. Clean, oh, I broke the damn thing. Oops. What that is me not paying attention and talking to you guys on the camera. And that's that overrunning clutch I was telling you about. She's going to snap into place and then go. All of a sudden, there it goes, eats it up. That's because there's a huge volume of hay and it is wet. Not wet, it's just damp. This is about 20%, 25% moisture right now. I wish it was like 5% moisture because I'd be going 6 mile an hour through. Oh shit, it did it again. Did you see that? Shut that off. No, we'll do it again. Just wet, rolled a big wad in there and jammed it up. Not really a big deal. Sounds worse than what it is. It just complains a little bit. Sometimes if you pick up the header and drop it in, it'll feed a little better. But there it is. I'm getting late in the day, so that's why yeah, that thing seemed to speed up too. It's getting late in the day. That's why I'm going ahead and slamming it through the baler, because I'm just not going to get it done if I don't. And we got storms about us, and if I get another 2 inches of rain on top of this thing, then it's just going to be an absolute nightmare again. The tedder will not tear it apart. I broke the tedder twice in 3 hours. So I said, screw that, I'm not going to even bother. We're just going to rake it over again. But anyways, those rotary rakes, I'll never buy one. Neighbors had them. They used them for about 2 months out of the summer, swapped them in, got themselves. One guy went back to a roller bar, which I don't agree with, and the other guy went to not an action rake, but it was actually a frontier rig like I had them on Greenland, which I sold, by the way, and I bought another one of those action rigs, so now I have two. Yep, that's what I got. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. I'll get an overview of these bales when I'm done.